Alright. Alrighty, guys. I am Blade Boquest. This is episode 10 of Bum to Billionaire. So, finally, you guys, we've got somebody to coach over on the EU servers. So it's going to be a little bit different than before. We have totally new markets. I know a lot of people have been even whispering me recently how excited they are to see just what my take is on the EU market, what we can do, all sorts of stuff with that. So that'll be pretty interesting. We've got Div here today. How's it going?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you.
I'm glad to have you, man. Are you excited for this?
Yeah.
Alright, me too, me too. This is going to be pretty cool. So, let's see. First things first, I'm going to take a quick look at your screenshots that you sent me. So he sent me every single one of his warehouses that has over 1 million in the bank. That was what I was looking at. So you got Altanova, okay. About 124 mil, 300 million net worth. Same Altanova, got the rest of it there. So here's his life skills. Okay, we can come back to that. Heidel, 200 million net worth. Okay, good stuff. Definitely some cooking involved. More Heidel. Okay, so here's his gear. Got 183 AP, level 58. Looks good. And some stuff in Velia. So Velia is enchanting. Interesting. So, kind of similar setup. Okay, so far so good. Alright, man. First thing I want to know, since this isn't really a guide, those of you guys that are watching, this is more individualized coaching, how to optimize his systems, things like that. First thing I want to know is, what are you shooting for?
Well, I would like to be able to put up a pre-order for a try Dandelion.
Okay, sounds good. So that's in the ballpark, well, pre-orders, right? So that's going to be a little bit higher than our market value. I don't know, we'll say right around, I mean, you'll probably want to go higher than this because people can use this as a benchmark, but just as a goal to shoot for, we could say like 100 million over what they usually get listed for. So around like 600 million goal. What are we looking at liquid silver right now?
About 200 million.
Okay, hey, that's pretty dang good. So you're at 200 million now. How long have you played?
For about 6 months.
Okay, 6 months. What would you say, let's see, like on an average week, if you're trying to accumulate silver, what are you able to get at this point?
Around 100, maybe 200 million.
Alright, sounds good. So 100 million weekly. That's definitely going to be able to come up, but we'll have to tailor it to your individual situation. So how much time, like what is your kind of life scenario? Are you, you know, always bogged down with family? You got a 9-to-5 job? What time are you able to commit daily to this?
Weekdays I can play about 2-3 hours, and on weekends more, 4-5 hours each day.
Okay, so pretty busy, man. Good stuff. So 3 hours weekly, weekdays. So we've got, is that like Monday through Thursday? Or does that include Friday?
No, Friday I can play longer.
Alright, so we got Friday. Okay, so we'll just say 3 hours, Monday through Thursday here. So 12 hours. 12 hours weekly. Hours weekly, month, okay, Thursday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, roughly how many hours on, like, for all 3 of those days total?
Total maybe 12-15 hours.
Okay, let's shoot for the higher amount. So we're gonna go ahead and say 15 hours. This is pretty reasonable with your schedule, you know, what you have right now. But we're always gonna be looking to get further. 15 hours, weekend. Good times. Kazuya. Okay, so you're making Yuria short swords, and you're making some Grunel, and you're making cooking clothes. That looks really familiar.
Yeah.
Alright, good stuff, good stuff. What are your total crafting workshops that you have right now?
About 4 in Altinova only. 2 Brunel, 1 for Urea, and 1 for Lifeskilling clothes.
Okay, so you have 2 Grunel. Now, with the Grunel, are you basically you're keeping both of those on high gear? You're kind of keeping them both churning out 24/7, and you can sell them as fast as you're making them, or no?
Yeah, most of the time.
Interesting. All right, let's look at the EU Grunel market. Don't panic, you guys. Let's see what we got. Sure. Yeah, that definitely works. Definitely some heavy competition. Nothing like right after the merge when everything was sold out on NA. Did you guys experience that too, or no?
I didn't.
Okay. The live stream is panicking already. Okay, let me see how much contribution you have. Let's see. 270. All right, that's pretty solid contribution. Pretty good, pretty good. Life skills. Okay, so this is where you do pretty much all of your life skills, or maybe I'm just looking at your cook.
Yeah, I have one for cooking and one for alchemy.
Okay, I see it now. Yeah, you split it up. So yeah, pretty high across the board. Good stuff, good stuff. Alright, are you familiar with the 5 types of income, the systems that I talk about on stream often?
I think so.
If not, that's fine.
Semi, FK.
Right, exactly. So we're going to go over pretty much everything except for long-term investing. People really get hung up on spending their money to make more money in the future, which, I mean, definitely can work, but I recommend that to be the smallest part of your income. So along the lines of, 10%. So we're going to have to hit active income, semi-active income. I used to call it semi-active income. It could really be interval income. Basically just anything that you're managing every once in a while and you come back to. But it is a category, and that would be crafting. So active, passive. For the sake of this video, we'll call it interval. And microsecond millions, always good. Alright, so your active income. Now you say, you start playing the game, you've got all day Saturday or whatever, you want to get in, and your goal is to get some money. What is it that you're going to be doing right now?
I'm mainly go grind pirates.
Grinding pirates, I see. Yes, a lot of people love that. Okay. And I don't think I saw Master 2 trading over there, right?
No.
Okay, so where are the coins going?
Just Altinova.
Okay. Hey, that's not bad. When I did it, I took them to Trent or even Calpheon, so I didn't take them nearly as far. So you're currently active grinding pirates. Good stuff. What other grind places have you tried for more than 10 hours in getting XP? Or not XP, getting silver?
Sorsons and bandits.
Bandits, Gahas bandits?
Not very good for money.
I'm sorry, say that again?
Not very good for money.
Gahas bandits weren't very good for money?
Yeah.
Now, when you did it, did you just go through just kind of a normal grind route? Did you channel hopping?
No, I haven't done the elite.
Alright. It's a pretty solid way to go. Where are you right now? Which channel? Things like that.
Balenos 5.
Balenos 5. Alright, come on over to Velia 1 with me. And we got 3 sessions here, so a total of 3 hours to optimize this whole thing. I would like to show you the Gahas Elite channel hopping method, which I think is going to give you far more silver than pirates. Because you don't have Master 2. There are Master 2 traders that claim they can make 15+ million an hour at pirates, and if they can do that, that's excellent. But that is not me, and that is not you. So let's look at this other method. And, oh, there's my horse, I think. Come here, buddy. Wait, where is my horse?
I'm at Velia 1 now, Altinovo.
Yu Hakusho. What the? Okay, good stuff. You don't have a two-seater horse, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be great. Alright, so my character's name is Blade Sal. Can you shoot me a quick invite?
Yeah.
This character is screwed. Yes, today I want to focus on active income, and we're going to figure out ways for you to get a lot more silver actively than you have in the past, and then we're going to hit the other types of income on the next sessions. So I think that's the best way. It's easy enough to go over a bunch of just concepts of craft this, sell it at this price, and change these nodes, grind here instead. But, yeah, that's the correct character.
Okay.
I was reading in a Dale Carnegie book the other day where it says if you teach someone something, they don't learn it. But if you do it with them and you show them and have them do it, then they learn it. And that's really what this is about. I don't want to leave after 3 different sessions here and, you know, you don't feel you have full command of what to do and how to do it. So where are you currently?
Altinova.
Altinova. Alright. I will make my best speed. Over to Altinova. Alright, there we go, horse. A little bit slow right there. Very likely, since this is live streamed, we're going to have some significant interference. So, that's okay though. It's still worth you saying this. Is this really the fastest this horse can go? That's the problem here. There's no way. You might want to go a little bit west from Altinova here and pick me up.
Yeah.
Yikes. So the thing with bandits, and the thing with the elites, you can definitely just grind out that area and probably make, I don't know, 8 million plus an hour. But if you're killing the actual elites themselves, they almost always drop a blackstone armor, they almost always drop a blackstone weapon, which is a little bit over, or just about 500k net worth. Recover. I do have a bunch of these, maybe this will work better. And I've been able to kill them in roughly 30 seconds with 210 AP over on NA. It might take you a minute or so, but just think of every single kill you make as being 500k net worth. So, have you ever mapped out how much you're making at Pirates?
No, not really.
Why is my horse so freaking slow? Pirates is a really good compromise between XP and money. So if you're trying to get to level 60, you're trying to get to level 59, you want those skills, and you want to get money at the same time, Pirates makes for just a great grind overall. If you're going to be working with a 5-man group, then you'll probably be down around 4 million an hour while getting about 5 times more combat XP. So that works well. That's the way I grinded to 60. I don't recommend that though. Got me 60, you know, back in September, but much less silver. What is with my horse? I don't get it. My horses are so slow. I'm hitting shift. Oh man. Yeah, so I'll just wait for this ride. I'll try to make it east, and we'll keep going over these things. But I'm gonna need you to pick me up. It's gonna be like a horse Uber. Thanks. So again, yeah, Pirates is good for combat XP. Now, if you're hopping through elites and you're channel changing, you can do it once every 15 minutes. There are 9 targets to focus on. What is wrong with my horse? Shift. Why don't you do anything? This is what you get when you don't feed your European horses for 10 months. What the heck? Makes no sense. There's definitely... I'm sure there's a key binding issue somewhere in here, but we're not too worried about that. Noble Savage. Good stuff. Alright, I'll hang tight. Yeah, so there are the 9 of them, basically. You want to get the 9 kills. This is highly competitive. Really, it's basically Sazens 2.0. So if you guys had trouble with Sazens, you'll have trouble with this. Not only is it much harder to kill these things, you need high AP. 183 can do it, for sure. I'm going to get killed, but I will at least hopefully be able to show you where the 9 spawns are. And quite honestly, because each kill is about 500k, you know, on the low side. There we go. Thanks, buddy. And also you have a pretty high chance of getting these, and let's go up to Shikaktu. You have a pretty high chance of getting these scrolls of written accounts. So that's 1 million apiece each. You're going to get a handful of those every hour. Now, in perfect conditions, absolute perfect best case scenario, you could probably get somewhere along the lines of 20 million an hour fairly consistently. Okay, now this is without PvP, essentially. With PvP, you know, it's going to come down. Same thing with Sazens. But I do enjoy this route quite a bit. So today we're definitely going to go over this. I'm going to show it to you. Might have to do some channel swaps and hide that on my screen and stuff. But bottom line, we should be able to get that going. Now, this is where you'd want to go for silver. This is not where you would want to go for combat XP. Tell me a little bit about your guild here. Yo Jimbo.
Yeah, it's the Swedish guild.
Oh, cool. Okay. Good stuff. So you guys that watch the stream are always celebrating when I play the Base Hunter soundtracks.
Yeah.
If RNG is crazy, you can obtain a Serops as well. Yeah, so the live chat's talking about if you have really good luck, of course, you can get the Serops necklace. I've been out here testing it, and I have S knowledge on every one of the NPCs. I have node level 10. I've gotten 15 Serops necklaces. It's pretty high. So it is definitely a significant source of silver. I enjoy it, but keep in mind this is not a combat XP grind. All day, every day on the stream, you know, I'm recommending a variety of places. Bandits for sure is one of them. You know, BG Plays, the streamer, grinded to 60 at Bandits and ended up liking Fogan's more. He switched over there. Fogan's is another high grind. The people that are panicking and they're like, this is the only spot I'll ever go to again, understand there are many areas that can drop these exact same things. And Bandits, in a sense, actually have crystals that are worth only about 600k. They're junk crystals, you can't sell them on the market. While other places, Fogan's, you know, they have much rarer, more valuable crystals. So I'm sure after this video more people will pile over, which makes it a decreased silver rate. But the bottom line is AP determines your silver, generally. You know, Rogues is still viable. Nico came out with a YouTube guide that Rogues can be, what, 5 to 20 million an hour, hopping again between channels, doing the elites. I still actually like channel hopping on Helm's Dungeon and getting the elites over there. They drop the Serops necklaces, they can drop the Ancient Guardian Seals. You can do the exact same thing at Kadri. So understand, you guys, that this game is, for the live audience, those who are watching it, this game is very well set up so that it really is, your AP is determining your silver per hour, not necessarily the location. But since he's doing Pirates without Master 2, I want to show him this particular spot. And yeah, expect we're going to probably have some deaths, almost inevitably, doing this live. But I want to get you the 9 locations. When I'm out there, I see a lot of people miss the elites, so this should be pretty useful in understanding the route. Helm's Elites drop Serops? No. Helm's Elites, they will drop... Did I say Serops? Scarla. Whoops. Yeah, I meant to say Scarla. Sorry. Okay, so when we're not doing active income, like, say at the very end of the day, what exactly would you do, like, right before you're logging out? Do you kind of need to, like, get back to a certain place to AFK process, or do you fish, or what is generally your AFK thing?
I fish, but that's on another character, so I just log that in.
Sweet. Okay, so this could stay out here for silver.
Yeah.
And that's literally, that's a best case scenario. So that's pretty good. Okay, so the thing is, once we learn this route here, and once you understand the system of channel hopping and going for these elites, We obviously have a 15-minute cooldown between channel hops. We have 9 elites, so 15 minutes to kill them, stuff like that. If you're noticing that you're not able to get more than 3 elites on a channel and you're channel swapping and things like that, it's probably just fully picked over and no longer worth the channel hop. If you just stay and actually grind the route, it's still a consistent 8 million an hour, which I believe is competitive with pirates. So, you know, best case scenario, you're up there in the 15 million an hour range. Worst case scenario, you fall down to 8 million an hour, which is rivaling what you were doing in the past. It is a little bit harder with 183 AP, but it's still very doable. I've tried it at a bunch of different AP ranges to know kind of to make sure that I'm recommending this well, and you're gonna be okay. Mozart, thanks for the sub. All alerts are down while we're doing this though, so you guys know. And while we're on our ride over here and I'm thinking about stuff, do you have any questions for me?
Well, you said you have the node level is level 10.
Mm-hmm.
Do that increase the drop rate? I've seen different opinions on that.
Right. I would say probably not. There's been a lot of testing done showing that the node level does not actually increase drops. Pretty reliable sources on Reddit. It has been tested, however, at the same point, we did have broken DP on Musa class. It took a long time for Cacao to realize it, or I guess Pearl Abyss, and then it took months before that was even fixed. So while we do have solid testing showing that the higher level nodes haven't gotten better drops, I think there is at least a chance that it could affect things. And maybe it was just the players or something like that. So I've still invested the energy. I would say at least get the thing to level 4. It's a pretty cheap energy investment for it. Alright, let's leave the horse here. Okay, good. Alright, so here's how this is going to work. I'm going to run through this with you, probably dying at 40 DP. So I'm not going to fight, I'm not going to stop. And I'm going to point out the locations that the elites spawn if they're not here right now.
Okay.
We're on the first channel of Velia, which means this, I'm sure they've already been taken. So let's go. Oh my god. In fact, if you want to be a little ahead of me, that sounds great. Level 50, 40 DP. Here we go. We got this. I'll go Blade Style and you go Ninja Style. One shot in the back and I'm screwed. There's that shot in the back. Alright, so this is the first elite location. Right on top of this pack, right where I'm standing.
Okay.
So friggin' screwed. Alright, here's another elite and it's up. This one right here. So you can see it? That's their second elite. If you put your face against this wall, you'll be able to see the third elite. Oh god. Oh god. Oh jeez. Ah! Okay, so if you put your face against that wall, let me show you on, let's see, you will be able to see the third one. Oh, I can't even move that. Alright, I'm gonna go back to town. It's gonna be interesting. Should have almost, you know what, let me try the remote collect my horse, maybe that'll work. I'll probably still die in the process, but we've now successfully shown 2 elite locations. So one of them obviously was up. If you kill it, ends up being, uh-oh, lost you.
Just crashed.
Oh, okay. No worries. I'll grab my horse. You know what, I'm also gonna swap channels, so when you come back, let me whisper you the channel I'm gonna go to, because likely we're gonna have some visitors here.
Yeah.
Man, oh man. Game settings. Oh wait, no, that's not how it's done. Cool. Right. Man, oh man. You guys were wondering why I'm getting some things on EU, is to be able to hopefully show these things a little bit better, but we'll make do. At least they've got a 50 that can take one shot in the back, right? Ouch. Lady should do that at daytime? Well, we don't have daytime right now. That's okay. Do you want to heal it? No. Let's get some health potions. Get back in. So once you understand the 9 locations, you'll want to pretty much run through, kill them. I'll show you the spots that I go in between channels, which works pretty well. And Let me get you the information here. Probably send it to you on Discord real quick. Yeah, so just look for the chat in Discord.
Yeah, I got it.
You know what's funny? I've been accumulating EU resources so that I would be able to do this stuff better. I'm not even wearing any of this stuff. Oh well, we'll make do. Okay. Level 50, why? Okay, so we can get a handful of health potions. How many gathering nodes would you say you have?
Maybe 15.
15? Okay. So 4 workshops, 15 gathering nodes. Do you have a lot of your cities connected?
Yeah, all of them.
Really? Interesting. So even though you don't do trading, your cities are connected?
I was going to start the trades, and I just left them connected.
Okay. This will really help optimize. So the thing with trading is that your connection routes are basically, think of them as lost silver per hour. Every single time you have a route connected, you're losing silver that you could be making otherwise. So instead, what you'll want to do is connect those only before you're going to go and trade, rather than keep them connected for how long would you say they've been connected at this point?
A couple of months.
Yeah, exactly. So, and I made that mistake too, where I mean, I still have pirates, and I don't grind in pirates anymore, so probably need to disconnect it. So, okay, so that's one of the things that we will do on the next session. Yeah, 14 gathering nodes, 4 workshops. Probably going to retool one of your workshops. I don't know why this is the slowest. Can I really not? It's like shift doesn't even work on this. Wait. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm in trouble. But did you make it to that channel that
Yeah, I'm just killing an elite.
Oh, you're already over there. Alright. Let's see here. Cool. Alright, so this will actually be a decent test as well to see how long this takes. Usually with around that AP, it should take about 60 seconds or more, but remember, everyone is basically 500k net worth increase. So if you can do that in 60 seconds, that's solid, right? It's tough to make that. And that's on the low side. You can get obviously the 30 million necklace, which is rare. In my experience from the tests that I've done, which have been pretty extensive, I would say, oh god, oh jeez, oh, horse, I'm so sorry. Horse, I'm so sorry. Okay then. Basically, it's like 1 in 600 or 700 elites gets you a Serops, typically. While the scrolls are pretty regular. You can see about 3 or 5 or so an hour. This horse. Even on EU, I lose horses. I'm sorry, horse. I'm sorry.
You want me to come get you?
Let me try one more time. I'm gonna leave the horse behind. You got health potions now, so it might work. Yikes. Yeah, so was not sure where we'd end up going during this session, so wasn't prepared with armor and stuff. That's okay. Okay, so you saw the first 2 locations. Did you track down the third on top of that ridge or no?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So that's the first 3. Alright. Let's go. So now you know the first 3. I'm going to run through it one more time. I don't even have the movement abilities on my warrior, which makes this really, really bad. Alright, so right where we're standing right here is where I will change channels, basically. That is a safe spot. You can leave horses there as well. So I'll come through here, you know, that's our first location. We saw the second, and you already killed it.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, jeez. And the third location is actually, it's up right now. So this is the third location I'm standing on. So we're not fighting it, but just know that's where it is. Oh boy. Okay, this will probably get me killed, but we'll see how it goes. Here's our fourth location. I don't know if it's up, but it's right in here. That's the fourth. Down there by that huge dragon is the fifth. Somebody's fighting. So let's keep going up on this ridge. Like I said, there's a lot of PvP, heavily contested. Still though, even without the elite hopping, this ends up being, in my opinion, around pirates. This is... I can't tell if it's up or not. Anyway, this is where the next one is.
Okay.
So that's the sixth spot. We go across the bridge here. I'm not a ninja on EU. Okay, this is all cleared out. Oh god. This is the seventh elite. Right here. I'm gonna go down this area. There's a bunch of traps all over the place, as you can see. And under this dragon is the eighth elite. Okay, so now that's 8. That's not 9. This is the one that people always miss. I see it all day, so this will be pretty useful. Up here in this location, a 9th one spawns. Okay? Now, here is where I like to go. Right back here. Now, this is a little safe spot. It's pretty good. Generally. So you can kind of climb this, and we can channel change, and kind of go through it more or less again. So, yeah, once you channel change, you just want to wait, or you just want to channel change, you run back to that safe area, the first spot I showed you, kill all the way through. Obviously, if it takes you more than 15 minutes to kill, that's fine. You just wait, and decide your own way on hopping channels. There's a lot of different patterns to do it. And I would say if you're hopping like 2 or 3 times and you just don't see elites anymore, then just keep grinding. You know, wait an hour or so. Eva, hello. Wait an hour or so, and then they'll all kind of respawn. And yeah, you just kind of keep going from there. Alright, so let me go back, and we'll keep looking at your screenshots. Like I've totally stranded my character. Yikes. So while I'm looking at screenshots, if you want to go back through that route and see if you can kill another elite, just see the kind of loot that you're getting from it. If they might not even still be up at this point. But that's going to be your active income. So we've got 3 to 4 hours, or 3 hours weekly. You're just going to kind of want to run through there. You're going to find this thing averages, even at your AP, I know it's not over 200, but it's still respectable. You know, probably no less than 8 million an hour. And it has tremendous potential. Probably overall, though, over the course of a week, averaging people you're going to have to fight, elites that are going to be up and down, channel swapping. I think you're still going to be looking at about 10 million an hour on this for the whole thing. So that's Monday through Thursday, 10 million an hour for the 3 hours that you can actively play. We're already looking at about 120 million potential. Now I know you don't have, 8 hours on weekdays and stuff, but during the weekdays that you do have, does grinding seem like that would be a reasonable thing for you to do?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So yeah, since you're going for that 600 million plus goal so that you can get that next level weapon, if you kind of make sacrifices on what's fun and enjoyable for now, focus on this Monday through Thursday especially. And depending on your schedule, honestly, the weekdays are going to be better than the weekends to do this. You still got 15 hours on the weekends. Good times. Alright, so just tell me more about kind of your day-to-day. What are the things you like to do in the game? What do you find yourself doing? If you've played for 6 months, just kind of tell me, like, what kind of activities do you find yourself doing a lot?
I mainly grind for EXP.
Okay.
I just changed main to this sorcerer.
Ah. What was your last main?
Ranger.
Okay, interesting. Well, that's good. If you mainly grind, then this is perfectly right up in your alley. Just remember, this isn't going to give you ideal combat XP unless you're just not doing the elites anymore, and you would be sacrificing silver for experience. Take it from somebody that, you know, did get level 60 in the early part of September. Silver is going to determine gear, gear is going to determine your strength, and silver, more than combat level, is going to determine how strong you are.
Yeah, I'm looking for gear right now. I don't mind waiting with the loads.
Cool, this will do it. The other interesting thing is, and I'm not sure if you guys that are watching this know, this was released on an interview with, I believe it was Joska, months and months ago, that if you are within one level of the NPCs that you're killing, the loot chance is increased. So if you're killing ogres for ogre rings and you're level 57, you're not going to have as good of a chance if you're killing ogres at level 52. So, you know, being level 58 at Gahaz is actually kind of a godsend. So if you're just channel hopping elites, you're getting the silver, and you're thinking, alright, my XP's not going up, you're staying in that range of better loot for longer. And, you know, what we already talked about, you want the gear, silver is going to determine your strength. I think this is a perfect situation. Okay. What's the Imperial Alchemy and cooking that you're doing?
I used to do tea with fine scent with the cooking. I just tried something with the alchemy. I haven't done that much.
Yeah, I'm just starting to try it too. It's interesting. It's to get your artisan cooking there. What was your source of flowers? Were you farming at all?
Yeah, I used to farm a lot.
Yeah, I still see you got some of those in there. How about gathering? What kind of gathering levels do your alts have, or do you pretty much do it on one character?
Yeah, I do it on my Ranger. I think it's Arts on 5, something like that.
Okay. Now, energy, are you bottling it on your alts, or how's that being spent?
I tend to spend it at Night Vendor.
Oh, okay. So you're spending it on the Night Vendor. This character, RP, this is the ranger you used to have? Used to...
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the fishing one, I see.
Yeah.
Pretty good stuff. Belia Enchanting, okay. Alright, let me take a look at your marketplace. We'll see what we got here. And how did the next elite go? Were you able to kill another one, or?
No, they were all dead.
They're all dead? Alright, no worries. The one, you did kill one though, right?
Yeah.
And what did that give you?
Blackstone weapon.
Okay, and an armor or just a weapon?
Just a weapon.
Huh, okay. I would say probably more than 90% of the time, you're going to get an armor stone and a weapon stone. So it's,
Okay.
you know, the data shows that S rank is not that useful. I would say it's probably worth your time to at least get it. Never really know how things... There's so many mysterious parts of this game. So I would try to work on getting S ranks for the elites. But yeah, getting just one armor stone or weapon stone is pretty rare. Okay, so let me start looking through here. Let's get into the prices of Grunel. Do you always make generally the same piece, or do you kind of switch it up?
I switch it up depending on the prices.
Okay. Grunel. Now the black stones, the black crystals rather, how are you getting those?
I have all the notes for it, and the rest I buy.
Okay, so you buy, so you're processing and you're buying them.
Yeah.
Okay. I would say let's make a change there. So basically, any time that you would be spending taking rough black crystals to the normal black crystal form, I think could be spent better. Now sure, you can take rough black crystals, you can process them, they can create the components here for Grunel, and that does create a net worth, but if it's passive time that you're using, where you're logging off, instead of processing, you could be fishing, which could get you the relics and a greater net worth than processing this.
Okay.
And if it's active time, sure as heck shouldn't be used processing rough black crystals to normal black crystals, because, I mean, I don't even know what kind of silver per hour you're going to get on that. It's going to be much lower than grinding. So I'd say that process should be gone, which means you're going to want to start selling the rough black crystals just in the marketplace as they are.
Okay.
And that's hard for a lot of people to get. I mean, you can definitely take any kind of material and make it worth more. That's true. But when you're looking at your two options of time, you know, passive time where you're not there, you could obviously make more fishing, as I said, or active time grinding these elites, or just Gahas in general is going to make more than just those rough crystals. So it happens all the time where I'm just selling the base material and I'm buying the end material, and the time value of money, it ends up being better. Okay, so that should help with Grunel production a little bit. Let's see, what's the next thing? How about brass? How are you getting that?
I'll buy it.
Okay, good idea. Yeah, brass is cheap. It's definitely worth buying. What nodes do you have right now?
Gathering nodes, I mean.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you're not in combat.
I have all the black crystal. I have boat, zinc, ore, one more lava cave, and abandoned iron mines.
Okay.
I have Stone Tail Wasteland for the timber catch-up.
Okay, sounds good.
Ancient Ruins excavation site. Cooking honey and trace of savagery node. Lich from ruins.
Yep, definitely makes sense on that one. Now you said all of the black crystal nodes, which would be 5 of them?
Yeah.
Okay. Still think that's solid. Now keep in mind that those nodes are now valuable because of the market value of the secondary, rather than being necessary to create Grunel. So, if opportunities present themselves so that you can get nodes that end up giving you more valuable secondaries versus those iron ores, you should probably take it. An example of that would be the systems way down in Trent that give fir timber. Do you happen to have that?
Trent Forest. I have that one.
Yeah, okay, so that gives you the bloody tree knots. Those are, well, I don't want to tell you the price. Let me make sure. Okay, yeah, so about 1,000 over, 1,000, 2,000 over what we're looking at with the secondary for the iron nodes. Plus, this is going to cycle quicker, so that's kind of a must for sure. Alright, so we've got the 5 times iron nodes. And for the next session, I didn't ask for this, so it's not your fault, but if I could just get a screenshot of kind of the Calphion region, Madai, and Valencia, so I can kind of look at it in an aerial shot, we'll optimize all that next time. Just trying to get some more information so I can think about it. How are you getting the hides to make the Grunel?
I gather them myself.
Gather them, alright. Yeah, that's still definitely a worthwhile activity. Because basically, as you already know, I mean, that's the process that you do. But basically, if you spend a few hours getting those hides, that can keep you in pretty high Grunel productions for, you know, maybe a week or so. I'm looking at Tartus, and the prices there seem to be almost as favorable as Grunel. I wouldn't say it surpasses it at this point, but I can tell that the market is much less saturated. There are just fewer of them. So an alternative, if you're noticing your Grunel is not selling as much, you're saying that you're getting 2 workshops that do it, you might want to start switching over to getting hardhide as well. So that could work.
Okay.
do you know off the top of your head how much profit you're making per Grunel craft right now, or no?
Not really.
Alright, so that's kind of important to know. I'll do it with you here. Which piece do you think you make the most, or most rely on?
Probably the helmet.
Sure.
Right now that dropped in price, so I'm gonna stop making it.
Yeah, what price point do you typically get, do you think? Maybe 220?
Yeah, 220 to 30.
220, 230. Okay. So I'm going to click on Altanova. If you click on the Armor Workshop, you can go down. Do you know how to bring up the individual stats of an item while looking at a workshop?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So if you guys at home don't, it's Control left click, brings the whole menu up there. That way you can mouse over it. Not showing us the price, but you can mouse over each independent component, see the exact value of it. So, good stuff. Pull up a calculator here. Always fun. If you guys watch the live stream, you see I'm always doing this. It's important to know which thing to make, and then you can just kind of have it be turnkey there. So if we're buying the brass ingots, we got 3 times 9.5. So we're at 28k. Good stuff. Fine tough hide. How often do you search for this in the market?
Once or twice each day.
Okay. Yeah, I would say if you take a look at least a couple times a day, that's pretty good. We're going to add in at least the market value. Obviously, you'd have to pay more to get it, but you're acquiring it yourself, so we're going to add that in as the cost. Black stone powder. 1300. Is it really? Oh, look at that. It's elite. I guess of elite blackstone powder. Alright, so 1600 seems to be more average here. Alright, we already have that up. Okay, so we're going to add 1.6 times, looks like 10. So we're at 72.5k. We're going to add in, these are, yeah, about 10k. Now, one thing I would encourage you to watch is, because these black crystals are better to buy than create, and you're going to be switching that, you're going to want to kind of stay ahead of the production. So watch the market. You still have a decent amount on the market, but that might not last. So just kind of make sure that you can still buy it. Obviously, if you cannot, then it definitely makes sense to use your active time processing the subcomponents to still get that. Okay, so we're looking at about 30k here. Alright, so rough cost on a Grunel helmet, about 102k. If you're getting 230k from that, multiply that by 0.845%. It's the price you would keep after the value pack. So we're looking at 194, subtract 102.5. So you're generally making, if you can sell the Grunel helmets for 230k, you're making 90k silver every craft. What kind of worker do you have doing it at the moment?
Goblins. Professional goblins.
Okay. Any bonus crafting or no?
Not on those.
Not on those? Okay. So that's going to make 1 per professional, what is it, like 45 minutes or something?
Yeah.
Not bad at all.
I have arts and human with advanced processing, but I don't want the blue ones.
Just trying to think. I'm wondering if Goblin might not be the ideal worker for it, just based off of your time. So if you have 3 hours on a weekday, so that's 21 hours that you have no access at all to this, that you can't manage, right?
Well, when I'm at work, I access it through my phone, so I can restart them and feed them.
Look at you. Alright, professional BDO player right here.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Alright, I'm pretty happy to hear that. Well then, yeah, go ahead and keep the Goblin. I was just thinking maybe you could utilize the higher stamina of a human and then have it work for 8-9 hours or so instead of, maybe 6 with the Goblin. So that's quite good. Now let's take the lower price real quick. So right now, for example, the helmets are probably ballpark 200k. Multiply that by 0.845. It's 169, 2.5. This is still solid, so that's 65k profit or so every 40 minutes, which is not bad. Now, let me look at the other piece of armor, though. The biggest thing for other guys to get from this is that most of these pieces, you guys, have profit in them. It's not all about piling onto the one that your buddy is making or the one that you saw on the YouTube guide or whatever. It's about looking at how to figure out the profit and then changing it as the profit depletes. So I invest and uninvest in workshops all of the time. Okay, so iron hard hides, that's going to take more. I forget which piece had the most here. Let's go for, I don't know, let's try the gloves. Gloves? No, it's too low. So boots. So these steel Tartus boots sell for 220k. And why don't you do this while I'm doing this? Check the profit on steel Tartus armor the same way that I'm checking the profit on the boots.
Yeah.
Okay, steel Tartus. So we've got your price of steel. And steel is the same kind of thing. I would buy it off the marketplace rather than make it at this stage in the game with the prices that we have now. Oh, that's too specific. That's 6.2 times 8. Fine, hard high. Probably again valued around, I don't know, 30k. We can't buy them on the market easily, so. Blackstone powder. Add 16k to that. And mud crystals. That's pretty expensive. So we could use mud crystals in Tartus as opposed to black crystals. So if you notice the black crystals are a little bit too low supply, or the prices are getting 13, 14k, something along those lines, switching over to mud crystals, you know, actually I would say 9k is kind of a high price point. I've seen mud crystals a lot of times for about 5, 6k. And let me look quickly at the market for that. Do you have the mud crystal node or no?
No.
Okay, that's a pretty decent one. I'd say we'll pick that up in the next session when we go over the node system that you have. You guys have some steel Tartus makers over here. But anyway, so 9.5. So 154. So the cost of steel Tartus, definitely a good bit more than Grunel. I was using different pieces there. Boots versus helmet. Helmet is generally cheaper to make. So, but the helmet for Tartus is too cheap for us to make much profit with. Anyway, it's 222 times. Yeah, alright, so Tartus, at least the boots, I would say not worth it. What are you getting on the helm, or the chest plate?
The cost is about 211,000.
211?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's not worth it. So stick to the Grunel. Now you said you have 2 workshops, which means you have 8, 4, and you have 5, 8, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. I really like 5.8 because it has a different set of options. You can craft a bunch of different things there. So let me take a look at your market for other things. Have you ever made grade 3 reform stones?
Yeah, I used to do them a lot.
Okay. When did you stop?
I ran out of platinum.
So that would be why you stopped, but about how long ago?
About 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. So you only stopped because of the shortage in platinum, generally.
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy with the price here. It's much higher than an A. Looks like you're in good shape. Alright, let me just take a quick look. Hey look, 4 platinum. Not that much though on the market. Binge shows. Not bad, not bad. Do you know about the process of melting binge shows?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So that's pretty useful. If they're around pretty much 4 million or less, so there were 2 on there, they just sold out. Otherwise, they're just generally kept and melted down for hard shards rather than the platinum. Oh boy. Okay, so there is a source of platinum that I have discovered on one of the past live streams, and I was pretty excited about it because I was making roughly 30 to 60 million passively every day, keeping 9 refineries going, a handful of other workshops, and about 33 gathering nodes. That source was the Ring of Good Deeds. Did you see that stream, or did you know about that?
No.
Okay. So, if you're out of platinum, this is a great source. This is 75k, and you can get between 2 and 5 shards from it. So let's see here. Don't panic. Oh, jeez. We're in trouble now. Oh man. Like, oh, jeez. You might want to take a look at the good rings. In fact, if you have the ability to, try to go buy some.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Alright, so anyway, we're looking at, if it does give you 5 platinum shards, 17.8 is the value of a platinum shard. So best case scenario, you're getting more basic net worth in platinum than the ring cost itself. But we know platinum is worth much more than 17k a piece. So worst case scenario, you can get 2. If you get that, you're at 17.8 a piece. So we're at 35k. So if you melt it down, in worst case scenario, you get 2 platinum from it, 35k. I would value platinum as literally twice the market value. So if you multiply worst case scenario by 2 here, we then basically have 4k difference in the Ring of Good Deeds, which means generally anybody who produces this should pretty much always melt these items. So what I would suggest, we don't have that much more time in this session. We've got a new source of active income, which I do believe is going to be on the lowest side, 8 million an hour, probably much higher. You're going to see consistency of 10 to 15 million an hour when elites go well, and you might want to buy these rings a little bit faster. And I think we should retool one of your Grunel workshops. We're going to retool 5.8, because what happens with 5.8 is you can go back into a grade 3 refinery. So I did the profit just recently, maybe I think even yesterday for NA, and just looking at your items here, I saw the price of black crystals. You're looking at a very, very similar price point of maybe in the ballpark of 200k cost for each grade 3 that you would make. You platinum piranhas. You guys, seriously? Oh man. Wow. I'm just gonna stop looking at this market. Yikes. So, why don't we make it a new priority to start looking for platinum again? I think that if you start making the grade 3 armor, not weapons, you're going to end up generating a good amount of profit, which would, make the armor, don't make the weapons. That will kind of supplement your income from Grunel.
Yeah.
Alright, so good stuff. I want to get back with you tomorrow at 2 p.m. That works for you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Start working on pretty much just killing that Gahaz route. Spend, at least, I don't know how much more time you have today, but try to get a few hours in on that, because it is going to be better than pirates for your scenario here. Uninvest in all the contribution that connects cities, and come back to me with, a bunch of CP free, and we'll see how we can kind of set up better nodes for you, what you should be doing with everything that you gather from those nodes. Start attempting to get some more platinum, and I would retool that Grunel workshop over to grade 3 armor stones.
Yeah, okay.
Cool. Alright, I think we got a pretty good start here. How you feeling about it all?
Yeah, I'm optimistic.
Alright, good. Excellent. Me too, man. Do you have any other questions before we wrap up today, or no?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, good stuff. And I got your screenshots, so give me the rest of those anytime before 2 p.m. tomorrow. I'll look at it, I'll analyze it, and tomorrow we're just going to go really quickly through the nodes that you need and what to do with each of the products, and we'll also figure out the value that gives you. So by the end of next session, we'll have kind of an estimated silver per week that you can start generating and rely on, and then we'll shoot from there.
Yeah, sounds great.
All right, man. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Good job.
Yeah, bye.
Alright guys, so there we have it, episode 10, Bum to Billionaire, his first session of 3. So we've got more if you guys just tuned in. If you haven't seen the other ones, it is on youtube.com/BladeBoQuest. You can see how we take people from start to finish. Every single one of the people that have won this coaching have reached their goals already, so it's pretty cool to see as they move along. So this was the January giveaway, you guys. So every month, essentially, if you're a subscriber on Twitch, you can enter into this giveaway where I analyze your systems, take you through this stuff. It's less of a guide and more of pretty much hand-holding, personalized coaching, and just try to take a different look at what they're doing. So thanks for being here, guys. See you next time. Good stuff.